Hello Mazda fans, today we have another Rhino model. This time it's the 4-door version of the Vision Coupe by Mazda. I did a review of the 2-door one already if you want to look that up, and also I think the GT3, so I'll show those at the end of this video. So Rhino, relatively new brand. I think they may have come out in 2025. And well, it's just packaging, and within packaging as the problem with this world. I can understand this, you know, this little saran wrap kind of stuff. And I think this is fine, right? Because you gotta have the box protected. But I like the sleeves more than folding boxes. It's just easier to get the thing out of the thing. Alright, so that's that. So this, coupe concept came out in 2015, rear-wheel drive, 4-rotor, 2.6 liters, and that's the extent of what I know. I think it was really meant for the Gran Turismo games, but clearly they made real concept cars. Standard molded base with a carbon fiber texture, this photo etched piece there, and there's one screw and a locator pin holding this down. Alright, so I think as far as 4-door vehicles go, this thing looks pretty sweet. I mean, it looks like a sports car, right? Not a new concept, just well done, I think, by Mazda. And I'm not gonna lie to you, this looks like a Ferrari to me. Doesn't look like a Mazda so much. And actually, wait a second, this might be the wrong image or something. I don't know, those taillights on this model don't look right. I don't know, maybe it just can't be done to make something that thin, this bar. Alright, looking at this paint, it's not the greatest. It looks like pockmarked. It doesn't look very smooth at all. It's not good. The clear coat on top of it's fine. It's just the actual paint color. Not well done. Looking at this wheel here, much better. The spokes are quite thin, considering they're 64 times smaller than usual. Poor design choice, though. You see these tread blocks? They're huge. They almost look, this looks like I don't know, looks like something from a sci-fi movie. You really just shouldn't see tread blocks on the side of a road-going tire. So many brands get that wrong. It's really weird why they would. All you have to do is look at a photograph of a tire to realize they don't look like that. That brake rotor back there is quite large. I'm assuming there's cross drilling there, because, yeah, I guess it must be cross drilling detents, and then the calipers by the door side. Then we have a photo etch piece here. This is a little design detail. Not sure what it is on the real thing. It looks like this half would be a vent, and this is just like a silver piece. Maybe if that's the case, they should have just had this piece of metal here, and maybe painted this area black and left the recess, because it does look like a vent. So that could have been designed better by this model company. The 4-door gaps here, they look okay. Alright, yeah, this paint or casting, it's not smooth. It's not good. Alright, but the wheels themselves, not so bad. Does this thing only have 4 lug nuts? One, two, I don't know, it's weird. I get the impression there's 4 lug nuts, but might be mistaken. The molded windows here, there's a recess here for that door gap. Some sort of thin molding details here. And I can't tell if there's silver paint or black paint on these edges. It's hard to say, it's so reflective. Clearly a reflective sticker in this separate black piece, this mirror here. Come around to the front, look at the overhang of this thing. That doesn't seem like it would be safe if it ran into a person, but it looks cool. Yeah, tiny little silver dots. I gotta zoom in here. So, little tiny headlights here, right? It looks like a half circle with a dot inside. It's actually a recess, I think. I think it's just silver paint, a little black as well. Raw plastic grill here. I'm looking at the photos though. I don't think this is black on the real photographs. I think in the photographs this is like supposed to be silver or chrome. So that's not accurate. This grill is nice. I think it might be a separate piece of metal or something. This clearly is a separate piece, very shiny. And I think that's metal, photo etched. Okay. And here we have what? I Oh, it's like some weird fins, I guess, sticking out in this vent area. But back in here, it's painted black, so I guess that's okay. So a little chin spoiler here, probably part of the base. That seems fine as well. Yeah, so unfortunately, there's an oversight with the color choice of this grille detail. You know, maybe it's just my camera. Maybe this is actually painted a gunmetal. It looks at certain angles like it's just raw plastic. It's weird, just looking at it with my own naked eyes. I do feel like maybe it is gunmetal, especially from this viewpoint. It looks like it's painted, so I take back my earlier criticism. It's interesting, yeah, from the top view, how these stick out like that. Interesting. Alright. Well, actually, this gap is much bigger than the side it looks like. And there's some bumps here. Not sure why those would be there, but they're there. The paint's obviously much nicer on the top surfaces than the side. But, again, some sort of casting problem right there, like a blob paint problem there. It's not the smoothest paint job. Alright, well, wiper blades here, they look okay. They're not bent perpendicular, but they are separate pieces of metal. And then the printout here, the black printout on the outside surfaces is alright. Let's get around to the back, finish off the exterior. So it looks like we have some exhaust tips here, and they are painted, I guess, maybe that same gunmetal-ish with the grill area. Nice modern treads. I just wish we didn't see the tread blocks. Like, they're literally, I think, raised from the surface. Instead, they should just make a round slick and then cut in treads. This is actually probably more realistic to how a tire is made, but it just doesn't look right to me. Anyway, some black paint in here looks okay. Not sure what that is, but I see it in the photos. Some dimples there. Alright, so this is what I was questioning earlier. First, these should be silver, and yeah, so this is all like metal. This is a metal bar with a metal circle, and then there's two LEDs inside of it, but they just chose to make it all red, so that's actually very, very inaccurate to the real car. They would have been better off actually making this just all a silver piece of plastic and maybe putting a drop of red in the middle. They did get the two little bumps there. I give them credit for that, the two lights, but this whole thing should really be silver with only a tiny bit of red right here and here. The badge is nice though, and it's placed well. Some weird bump or contaminant there again. Alright, so now we're looking into this thing. It's nice that it's a sky roof. You can clearly see the windscreen is clear and the rest of it's tinted, so that's an interesting detail they went for. Unfortunately, the manufacturing, I mean, it's all scratched up and it's a brand new model, so they're very sloppy at this factory. I don't know why there would be all these scratches into this thing. So there was probably a bin of these parts, and they're just thrown all together in a bin, and plastic is scratching other pieces of plastic. So that's unfortunate. Alright, well, anyways, molded details here of the steering wheel, and that looks all fine. It's all hollow, some sort of stick shift or something, and a recess there. Some sort of funky screens maybe in that dashboard. So that's all we can see from this angle. Unfortunately, these windows are really shallow, so not sure how much more we can see. There's nothing in the instrument cluster. It's just raw plastic. What about the door panel over there? So the molded windows are obscuring the armrest. I see an armrest of sorts. I think there's columns for the turn signals and wiper blades. Yeah, alright, so yeah, the seat cushions look fine. Maybe some speakers back here in the back shelf. Headrests. Yeah, the door panels back in the back look fine. And yeah, there we go, better view of the steering wheel. And maybe there's some even foot pedals down there, possibly. They're just molded as part of the interior, but I can't even see them, so I don't know. Is there a rear view mirror? Yes, there is. And it looks like it's black, so that's good. Alright. So yeah, just again, look, see, they're all milled aluminum, that whole light assembly. So the choice of making the model's taillights red, I guess I can understand why they may have chosen to do that, but it's not really looking like the real car. Alright, so the other models I have. So here we have the two-door coupe, and it's quite different, right? Being a two-door. It also has these funky photo etched headlight surround accents, and these are red also, the taillights, but they have a piece of metal going through them. So in fact, they could have actually done this where they had those very thin strips as metal, because they clearly chose to do it on this one. Yeah, alright. And this, well, yeah, that's that. And then Glory Model made the GT3, but I'm positive I'm pretty sure these are all made at the same factory. It's just for some reason they're under two different brands. Because look at the nameplates, they all look identical. In fact, these almost look like dealer models, like something you'd buy at a Mazda dealership. So maybe in the future that's what they'll do. But also in the future, if you miss out on this wave of these colors, it's just in the future, Glory Model will release these two, and then Rhino Model will release that one. What makes me think these are the same is look at the paint on these two. They look identical to me. They look at the same metallic burgundy. Unless my eyes are crazy. It's really hard to tell with the light, but yeah, they look pretty similar to me. Like right there, those look like the same paint. So, I don't know which one you like the most. This is obviously the most radical one. But just because of the taillights, I like this the least. But if you love interiors, you know, you can see the interior on this one nicely. This one has some additional paint in the interior as well. Actually, we'll just take the other two off instead of move this over somewhere else. If you love Mazdas, I think this is still worth picking up. If you like cool looking cars, it looks pretty nice for sure. It's just for some reason the casting on this, it's not as clean as the other two. The other two seem to be much nicer. And then the glaring taillight issue. Other than that, that's, I guess, alright for me. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time a Mazda comes up.